Most of you guys are already familiar with the German Leopard family. These mobile MBTs with punchy guns with no brain cells attached, right? I should probably give a disclaimer. If your favorite tank gets a certain stereotype, that doesn't mean it applies directly to it or you. So I don't want to hear, "But Tam, my tank got a bad rap, you suck, unsubbing." I want to hear none of it. Alright, let's jump into it. Leopard 1 players fall under one of two stereotypes: those who just got the tank, and those who realize it's not a good vehicle for 8.0. First one is self-explanatory. These guys don't even know how to use the rangefinder mechanics and will mostly try to aim for weak points, but somehow end up missing the target. These guys are generally new and still learning to top tier. Now, the second type of Leopard 1 players are the really good players. High level, basically whole tree unlocked, knows what to do, but the Leopard is such an underperforming vehicle, and they know it. Mostly fighting stabilized vehicles. Yeah, not good. Oh boy, this tank. My favorite. No, but seriously, all this tank did was give them much needed full stabilizer and DM23 APFSDS. These guys playing this tank are generally new to the game and don't know what this tank does and soon realize that it's not very good. This tank is a rather uncommon sight in the battlefield and isn't seen very often because it's overshadowed by the 1A5. This tank doesn't really have a stereotype, it's just a stabilized Leopard 1. You're either one of two things. You just got this and you think it looks cool, or you know this vehicle down to its core. In the latter case, you're me. This tank got several new upgrades, getting DM33 APFSDS, thermals, and a laser rangefinder. All of which are nice, but now you have to suffer what is 9.3. You have mediocre mobility and a not really great armoured vehicle. This being said, you'll need to be fighting stuff like T-72s, T-80UDs, as well as the average 2S38. All of which will turn you into paste. Okay, finally, moving on to the big cats of the Leopard family, starting with the 2K. This thing is essentially a 2A4, but it lost all of its composite protection in favour of mobility and a coaxial RH202, 20mm autocannon. At 10.0, it's in a rough spot. It's basically a KPZ7, instead you're using a 120 and not a 152. This thing is rather rough. 2K players are people who don't like the unreliability and low speed of the Leopard 1, but don't want to play the 2A4. Gosh, those poor guys. Oh boy, my favorite out of the family. Okay. This tank is usually put into one of three categories. The I just bought a premium pack and bundle and I have no idea how to play top tier, the 2A4 sweat lord, or the average German player who's somewhat skilled at the game, I guess. I know, impossible. This thing would be arguably overpowered if it wasn't completely overshadowed by anything short of a Type 90. Or the 10-7 bracket in general. This thing apparently got a whole lot of hate. I'm not sure why. It seems good. It's an alternate 2PL, uses the CAC-W shell from America. Overall, seems like a good vehicle. Either you're new and you just bought it, or you want a more full lineup. There's really not many stereotypes to this thing. Basically a 2A4 but given DM53 and composite wedges. Kinda looks goofy, as if it went through a wind tunnel. Again, one of two categories. Just got it, has no idea what they're doing, or knows how to use it and is a menace on the battlefield. Okay, this is stupid. Really? A comically large gun? Now I know what you're thinking. This is basically a 2A5 but it has a longer gun. 2A6 players are really good at sniping. If If you find yourself at short range, well, it's not fun for them. Or you, depending on who whiffs. The crown jewel of German top tier, the 2A7. You know, this thing is actually really good. Spore liners, highest penning shell for 12.0, better hull protection. This thing is a straight upgrade, but it's one of 4 types. You've got the sniper, sits in the back, doesn't play objective, yells at the team if he loses. You've got the high level sweat, the I just got it, and you've got the absolute infamous king of German mains, who doesn't notice when you've just been shot at, or ignored that T90 who is eating you alive. Take the 2A4 stereotype and multiply it by Poland. You have this. So the so-called competitor to the Type 90. You know, being a squadron vehicle, this thing's arguably really good for 11.7. It practically never receives down tiers, but the tank is somehow performing really nicely. Though you don't have DM53, but you have Gen 2 thermals. Good pick for squadron research in my opinion. Most 2PL players are really experienced at the game. Some are just new to top tier because they either bought it, or their squadron was somehow active enough to give it to them when they were halfway through the tech tree. Okay, this guy is not taking the game seriously. Like, at all. He's playing a Leopard with a marksman turret, with Gepard guns. Well, this thing does look pretty fun. I haven't played it myself, but it's either the guy's getting a nuke that game, 5 kill streak, or he's dying practically immediately. You are a menace. Or, you're like Bofors 40mm strapped to fast hulls. Either way, you're either really hard to fight against and no one can kill you, or you're the easiest kill in the world. Either one, your pick.